Have you ever worried that you weren't good enough for a relationship? Hey, everybody, it's Deanna Durrell, your intuitive relationship coach and spiritual mentor. And today I want to share a story with you about a woman named Sandy. Now, names and details have been protected for privacy purposes, but it's really a story about your thoughts. If you've ever felt like you weren't good enough for a relationship, if you've ever doubted yourself or felt even more confused or conflicted once you were in one, then this is the story for you. And there's many, many lessons in it. So grab a pen and paper and let's take some notes. So Sandy was a smart, beautiful, loving woman. She was in a relationship with a man, let's call him Jim, that was getting progressively more serious. And when she came to me, she shared that one of her biggest fears was that he would find somebody better, that he would be, swept off his feet and that he would want to leave her. And she acknowledged that it would, she's like, I felt silly. He's so great, but I just can't shake this fear that there's somebody prettier, better, more attractive than me that's just going to take him away. And from all the conversations that we had, it sounded like this Jim guy really adored her and she had nothing to worry about. But whenever we would talk, the deeper into the relationship she got, the stronger this fear would pop up. Maybe you can relate to it. And she'd worry and worry out loud and just kind of focus right on the expectation that he was going to leave. And a few months later, that's exactly what happened. He left her for another woman and is now married to her and kind of living her dream life. And I share this story not to discourage you, because Sandy is an incredibly resilient, super self-reflective woman. And even though this experience was incredibly painful, she learned a valuable lesson that I hope inspires you to look at your own life and our relationships and otherwise. The thoughts that you keep giving energy to are the ones that create your reality. You may have heard of law of attraction. Now, was all this on her that her worst nightmare manifested? No. Who knows what was happening, with this Jim guy or what was happening behind closed doors. But the part I wanted to share with you is what happened within her. So she saw that although she didn't need or couldn't control him or what he was going to do or not do, she did have responsibility over her predominant thoughts and, most importantly, her energy. So looking back on what happened, she got really clear, and it was a huge aha that applies to any area of your life where you've been afraid of losing a relationship like her, or you're just feeling insecure. This is what she said, and it's golden. I was putting coins in the piggy bank called I'm Not Good Enough. And I could have been feeding the bank I am good enough and then some. I wish hadn't taken me so long to realize what I was doing, but now I'm cleaning up how I talk to myself. And she realized how powerful her thoughts were. And instead of putting energy into her fears, she started using that energy to daydream and visualize, a version of herself in her life that believed that she was more than good enough for a man or for anything. And the last time I spoke to her, she said she felt like a fog had lifted, like she was smiling again, and she had more mental and physical energy than she ever had. And she was actually looking forward to planning a long awaited trip, which she'd been putting off for a really long time. And so this is your weekly soul lesson, and I'll put it a couple different ways. Use what works and leave the rest. When we consciously pour energy into thoughts that make us feel powerful and peaceful, we create a strong foundation for the type of relationship that we want to manifest. Another way to say it is when the energy you pour into your fears is less than the energy you pour into your desires, you are a force to be reckoned with. So in this situation, focusing on the appreciation and the love, right, that she had for her life and for this relationship versus putting energy into the fears that he was going to leave her, that she wasn't good enough. And right, it was like a tape that she couldn't stop playing until she really got what was happening internally. So now I turn it over to you. What is something that you would like to give thoughts and energy to for this June? Definitely share a comment if you feel guided. If you're new to the channel, welcome, and please subscribe so you never miss any videos on how to trust and love yourself. And if you want to be a magnet for your heart's desire, take the free self-assessment, 7 things that are blocking your heart's desire. I've made all 7 of these behavior shifts. And so take the quiz, see where you fall. You can get it for free at the website at deannadurrell.com. Thank you so much for listening, for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.